This is Martial Arts Explorer, exploring functional self-defense techniques as revealed in classical martial arts of all styles. I'm Scott Combs. Very few form interpretations include throwing techniques. However, when you apply classical thinking to your form interpretations, you can find throwing techniques all over the place. If our forms are going to be useful to us in self-defense situations, it makes sense to look for ways to put the attacker on the ground to create an opportunity for us to clear the danger zone. Let's see what Michael has in mind.
Thanks, Scott. We're going to take another look at knife hand. Now, we just looked at one recently, and we looked at a chamber position, the hands crossing, coming down. Don't get hung up in your chamber position. Some people chamber underneath and strike. Some people chamber outside, chamber low. It doesn't matter. Notice your hands are crossing and you're moving in. This time, we're looking at it from a reaching position. Hands come back, body twist, and strike coming across. Same knife hands at the end, different setup in the beginning. Jordan's going to jump in and join me. And as he grabs on, we're going to work from an arm position, and he's winding up from the back. Now what happens is, if you're surprised on the street, don't expect to perform some great martial arts block that's going to stop everything in one shot. You know what happens? Even after years and years of practice, if you're surprised, you're going to panic a little bit, at least for the first second. So that's what we're assuming happened. He comes up and this punch is coming in right now. Boom, I'm going to throw up to here. Now what we're hoping is, after enough training in the martial arts, we're often taught you step into attack. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And we're going to work this double shoot motion. He grabs, he goes to strike, I step into my attack. Now when I do it, notice how I'm stepping behind his body. My hands are protecting my head in my panic type position block, and I'm crowding him. I'm rib to rib. I'm coming all the way in nice and deep, and I'm turned away, much like this motion here. All I'm going to do is unwind and throw him my knife hands. And he pops right up and over my leg. Simple twist and drop. All right, let's just do it again from this angle. As I turn a little bit, now remember, he winds up, it's coming. All I'm doing is put my hands up, step straight in. Boom, hands come high, and I'm crowding him. You have to get close. If I throw this from out here, I'm going to end up pushing. He's going to trip over my leg, but he's probably not going to fall down. What I'm looking for is to get behind his thigh, rest him up against my body. All right. Move up and in this way, and now all I want to do is just unwind. I'm actually using my elbow to push against the chest, and I'm going to drop him down at a 45-degree angle this way, and it pops him right over my leg. Quick and very clean. Thanks, Jordan. Remember, knife hands show up in so many forms and so many styles. They're easy to apply. Look for lots of different ideas and lots of different techniques you can work from. We're going to get the class together. Let them give it a try. All right, guys. We're working on another knife hand position. Previously, we worked on a chamber position. Now we're going to work on a reaching position, reaching the hands back and dropping in with a double knife hand strike. I'm going to just grab Jordan again since he's used to it here. Remember, this is an arm grab here, and all we're doing is we're going to crowd the body. Now, this is really serving an Aikido throw at heart. So all you want to do is step in. You're not going to use a lot of legs to sweep or anything. Go ahead. Panic block. Hands come up, I'm dropping really deep, and I start to apply pressure. His body's coming forward, all right? His legs, his body, his hand, everything is moving this direction. I'm going to reverse just the upper body. So as he comes in, I turn, I drop. Now, don't try and use your hand. Make sure you use your elbow and just twist and unwind back. Now, this was thrown really nice, and he was coming in nice and hard, especially if you're used to Aikido and you have this training down. What would happen is you might even see his whole body start to lift. His feet would kick up, he would come up in the air, and his head would come crashing back in the ground. So as we start, just remember, crowd close, ribs up nice and tight, up high, dropping in, and use your elbow, the back of your arm, and twist him and drop him right over your leg. You're using your body to unbalance him and take him down. All right, guys, give it a try. All right, quick note, guys. Everybody look over here quick. I noticed one general idea coming across. When this grab comes in and this block happens, one, I have to move in really deep. I'm coming to here, all right? I'm just running over him for the first part. Next is this hand, the hand that's on the inside. I'm not gonna block and keep this hand right here and barely cover my face. He's holding on to me. I'm gonna lift this up and over this way. My armpit is up against his body here, so I'm nice and tight. This gets my elbow up above him, and I'm gonna start to apply pressure going backwards. It gets his upper body while his lower body's still moving forward. You guys are tending to throw it more from here and then trying to reach in and almost throwing a secondary move. This is one move. It looks like this. All right, so as he grabs on, punch comes in and down and through. All right, and I don't know if you could hear on camera or not, the wind sort of popped out of his chest just a little bit just from running into him. And that's what you would do is you came in, this motion here, I'd hit nice and hard and drive through. My elbow would even come back in and start to strike the body, and then I would twist and drop through. And that's what you want. So get close and get nice and high. This is the reach. This is why it's from this motion here. Good, and you're gonna sort of fall off the mat, so let's just angle you this way a little bit so you don't drop. There you go. And twist and pull through. That's better, all right, that's a better idea of it. All right. You're really close, Matt. You have a little gap between you. As I watch you, I can see the space in here. You want to make sure you take up that space. So if you're being held on to, when this comes in, I drop in so much and I lift this high enough that I get my ribs up against his body here. All right, so you're coming a little deeper on him. Okay, so you're almost there. Your elbow's in the way. Your elbow's hitting him. Pull this back and out of the way so that this is touching and drops in.
Okay.
There you're getting there, it's starting. Okay, remember as you're doing this is one motion. You're gonna be stepping in and throwing out and around. The other thing is, make sure you get your block. This hand has to be up in case when you check him, he doesn't fall back. Now this isn't my native style, and you probably notice a few things I'm doing wrong, so I'm gonna put this out. You know Aikido or any other throwing style, and you got tips for us, send them in. We have no ego, I don't care if someone's got better ideas. Send them in, or better yet, send us a video. Show us exactly how this is done, or some other ideas you guys have for your own forms. We'd love it, we'd love to see it. Thanks for joining us, and back to Scott.
Now you'll need room for throwing, or landing for that matter, if you'd like to try this at home. Remember to use caution. You want to make the technique work, but you don't want to injure your friend. And we're not responsible for any injuries that may occur. Make sure you and your partner have adequate practice in break falls. Start slow, and as your technique improves, ramp up the intensity over time until you can perform this move reliably under heavy stress. We love getting email from you. Send it to explorer@martialartsexplorer.tv. We'd also like to see video of you demonstrating one of your favorite techniques. If we use this on the show, you'll get a nice thank you gift from us. For Martial Arts Explorer and Michael Kleinepier, I'm Scott Combs.